The Galactic Council's Big Decision. The Galactic Council, a group made up of the most powerful alien leaders in the universe, had gathered once again in the giant silver hall of the council chamber. The room was always filled with tension whenever big decisions were made, and today was no different. Every leader in the room knew they were here to discuss something that could change the future of the entire galaxy: the humans. The council had gathered many times before to talk about the humans. When humans first appeared in the galaxy, no one had paid much attention to them. They were just another young species, trying to survive like everyone else. But things had changed quickly. The humans had shown themselves to be more dangerous than anyone could have imagined. Now, many in the council believed the only solution was to ban humans from all future galactic wars. As the councilors took their seats, the tall blue-skinned leader, High Chancellor Orin, stood at the front of the room. His face was serious as he looked at the gathered leaders. "We are here today to decide the fate of the human race," he said, his voice echoing through the room. "We have seen what humans are capable of. They are unpredictable, and their strategies in war are unlike anything we have ever encountered." Some of the council members nodded in agreement. The humans had a reputation for using unusual tactics. They didn't fight like the other species in the galaxy. Instead of relying on sheer numbers or strength, they used their intelligence, adaptability, and creativity. Humans always found a way to win, even when the odds were against them. This was what scared the council the most. Councillor Galactic, a short and stocky alien with green skin, spoke up next. "The humans are too dangerous. They have defeated much larger armies with their clever tricks. We cannot predict what they will do next. It is best if we ban them from our wars." There were murmurs of agreement from the other councilors. They remembered the stories. Human fleets had destroyed ships 3 times their size. Human soldiers had outlasted entire battalions of highly trained alien warriors. And their technology, though not always the most advanced, had been used in ways no one else had ever thought of. These humans were smart, too smart. "But are they really that dangerous?" came a voice from the back of the room. Councillor Threx, a member of the Valerian race, stood up. "We have fought wars for centuries. We have dealt with many strong enemies. Humans are only one species. Why should we fear them so much?" High Chancellor Orin turned to face Threx, his eyes narrowing slightly. "Because humans fight differently," he said. "They think in ways we do not understand. They are not afraid to take risks. They are willing to destroy entire planets if it means winning a war. We cannot allow this kind of chaos in our galaxy." The room fell silent. Everyone remembered the last war the humans had fought. They had used a weapon so powerful that it nearly wiped out an entire planet. The Galactic Council had been forced to step in to stop them. If the humans were allowed to continue fighting in galactic wars, who knew what they might do next? Councillor Galactic stood again, his voice loud and firm. "It is clear that humans cannot be trusted with such power. We must ban them before they cause more destruction." There were no more objections. One by one, the councilors agreed that the humans were too dangerous. The decision was made. From that day forward, humans would be banned from participating in galactic wars. But as the councilors left the room, many of them still felt uneasy. They had made their decision, but deep down, they all knew one thing: if the humans ever decided to fight again, no ban would be able to stop them. The last war before the ban. The galaxy was on edge as the threat of human power loomed ever larger. The Galactic Council, in a desperate bid to prevent a full-scale war, decided to impose a ban on human participation in galactic conflicts. But before this ban could take effect, there was one final dramatic conflict that would prove to be the last war involving humans. This last war took place between 2 ancient rivals, the Zephyr Coalition and the Therax Hegemony. The Zephyr were known for their high-tech weaponry and expansive fleets, while the Therax were famed for their strategic brilliance and ability to control vast swathes of space. Both sides were engaged in a bitter struggle for dominance over a key strategic region, and neither was willing to back down. The Therax, fearing that their carefully planned strategies would be undermined by human interference, had decided to hire human mercenaries to tip the scales in their favor. They hoped that by using human ingenuity and weaponry, they could gain an edge over the technologically superior Zephyr. The humans accepted the contract, eager to demonstrate their capabilities once again. The war began with intense skirmishes. The Zephyr, confident in their technological supremacy, launched a series of aggressive offensives. Their fleets were large and well-armed, and they seemed poised to crush the Therax defenses. However, the Therax had a secret weapon: the human mercenaries, who were ready to employ their unique tactics and advanced weaponry. In one of the first major battles, the Zephyr fleets advanced with their characteristic confidence, believing they would easily break through the Therax lines. But the human mercenaries had other plans. They used their knowledge of Zephyr technology and tactics to their advantage. Human ships darted in and out of the battle, using their speed and agility to outmaneuver the larger Zephyr vessels. The key to the battle was a daring strategy by the human commander, General Marcus. He ordered a feigned retreat to lure the Zephyr into a trap. The Zephyr, eager to secure a decisive victory, pursued the retreating human ships, only to find themselves ambushed. The humans had laid a series of energy mines and set up hidden laser cannons, which unleashed a devastating counterattack. The Zephyr fleet was caught off guard. Their advanced shields were not designed to handle the sudden onslaught of human firepower. The mines detonated, creating chaos and confusion within the Zephyr ranks. The human ships, using their superior maneuverability, struck at critical points, causing further damage. The once unstoppable Zephyr fleet began to falter. The tide of the battle shifted dramatically. The Therax, supported by their human allies, seized the opportunity to launch a full-scale assault on the remaining Zephyr forces. The Zephyr, reeling from the unexpected turn of events, struggled to regroup. Their once proud fleets were now in disarray, and the Therax capitalized on their advantage. The battle continued for days, with the humans and Therax pushing their advantage. The Zephyr, despite their technological superiority, were unable to recover from the surprise tactics and overwhelming firepower of their opponents. One by one, their ships were destroyed or forced to retreat. The Zephyr's defeat was complete. The outcome of the war was a clear demonstration of the power and effectiveness of human tactics and technology. The Zephyr, who had once been seen as unbeatable, had been humbled by a combination of human ingenuity and strategic prowess. The victory was a significant boost for the Therax, but it also sent shockwaves throughout the galaxy. The Galactic Council, now fully aware of the impact of human involvement in galactic conflicts, acted swiftly. They imposed a strict ban on human participation in all future wars. The Council was determined to prevent any further disruptions caused by human power and technology. The decision was met with mixed reactions, but it was clear that the galaxy needed to find a way to maintain balance. As the dust settled from the last great war before the ban, the galaxy was left to ponder the consequences of the human presence. The impact of their weapons and tactics had been profound, and their role in galactic conflicts had changed the dynamics of power. The ban on human involvement was an attempt to restore order, but it was also a testament to the incredible influence humans had made in a short time. The galaxy had learned a valuable lesson. Underestimating humans could lead to dramatic and unexpected results. As the ban took effect, the galaxy faced a new era, one shaped by the legacy of human power and the quest for balance. Humans can adapt fast. As the years passed, the galaxy started to realize something incredible about humans. They could adapt faster than anyone else. While other species took generations to learn new technologies and strategies, humans learned quickly. They didn't need much time to study alien technology before they could use it, and in many cases, they even improved it. This ability to adapt made humans a truly unique and dangerous force in the galaxy. It all started when humans began working with the Valerians, a highly advanced species known for their cutting-edge technology. The Valerians were proud of their superior ships and weapons, believing no other race could come close to matching them. When the humans first arrived at the Valerian homeworld, they were amazed by the advanced technology they saw. Valerian ships could travel faster than light with ease, their weapons could pierce through the thickest armor, and their computers could calculate battle strategies in seconds. But while most species would have needed decades to fully understand such advanced technology, humans did it in just a few years. Human engineers studied the Valerian technology and quickly started making changes. They modified the ship engines to make them even faster, improved weapon systems to increase their power, and reprogrammed the computers to make them more efficient. The Valerians were shocked. No one had ever improved their technology before, but the humans did it with ease. "What took us centuries to perfect," said a Valerian scientist, "the humans improved in a fraction of the time. Their minds work in ways we cannot understand." Humans didn't just adapt technology. They adapted in combat too. In battle, human soldiers were known for their quick thinking and ability to adjust to new situations. Other species had strict, traditional ways of fighting. They followed the same strategies their ancestors had used for generations. But humans had no such limits. They changed their plans mid-battle, used creative tactics, and found ways to win even when the odds were against them. In one famous battle against the Ilorians, a large and powerful species with heavily armored ships, the humans showed just how adaptable they could be. The Ilorians were known for their brute strength. Their ships were nearly indestructible, and they always charged straight into battle, confident that their armor would protect them. Most enemies would try to match their strength, fighting them head-on, which usually ended in defeat. But the humans took a different approach. Instead of trying to break through the Ilorian armor, the human fleet focused on their weak points. They used small, fast ships to dodge the Ilorian attacks, slipping through their defenses and targeting the less protected parts of their ships. The Ilorians didn't know how to respond to this new tactic. They had never faced an enemy that fought like this before. Within hours, the human fleet had destroyed most of the Ilorian ships, forcing them to retreat. News of the humans' victory spread quickly across the galaxy. Other species began to realize that fighting humans wasn't just about who had the bigger fleet or the stronger weapons. Humans could think on their feet, adapt to any situation, and turn weaknesses into strengths. This made them unpredictable, and in war, being unpredictable was a huge advantage. But it wasn't just in battles that humans showed their adaptability. In diplomacy, trade, and even exploration, humans found ways to adjust and thrive. When they encountered new alien species, they learned their languages faster than anyone expected. When they faced harsh conditions on distant planets, they quickly figured out how to survive. No matter what challenges they faced, humans found a way to overcome them. This ability to adapt quickly worried many of the older species in the galaxy. Some feared that if humans continued to grow and learn at this pace, they would soon become one of the most powerful forces in the universe. They had already improved technology from multiple alien races, created new battle strategies, and found ways to survive in places others thought were impossible. The Galactic Council watched closely as humans continued to prove themselves again and again. They could no longer be ignored, and their adaptability made them even more dangerous. Every time the galaxy thought they had figured humans out, the humans would do something unexpected, something new. And with each passing day, the fear of what humans might become grew stronger. The first battle with humans. The first major battle involving humans was one that would be remembered throughout the galaxy. It happened during a long-standing conflict between the powerful Xylarian Empire and a smaller, but fiercely independent, race known as the Drakkar. The Drakkar had been holding their ground against the Xylarians for years, but they were always outmatched in terms of firepower and numbers. The Xylarians, known for their massive warships and overwhelming firepower, believed that defeating the Drakkar would be an easy task. Their strategy was simple: used their superior strength to crush the Drakkar defenses and take control of their planets. The Hilarian fleet set out with confidence, ready to end the conflict once and for all. What the Hilarians didn't expect was the sudden arrival of a small fleet of human ships. The humans had been hired by the Drakkar as mercenaries. This was their first major test in the galaxy, and they were eager to prove themselves. The Xylarians laughed at the sight of the human ships. They were small and looked weak compared to the Xylarian behemoths. How could such a tiny force possibly make a difference? The battle began with the Xylarian ships charging forward, their massive guns firing relentlessly. The Drakkar, though brave, were quickly being pushed back. Their defenses were being overwhelmed by the sheer firepower of the Xylarian fleet. The situation seemed hopeless for the Drakkar. But then, the human fleet sprang into action. Instead of engaging the Xylarians head-on, the humans used their smaller, faster ships to dart around the Xylarian fleet. They used hit-and-run tactics, attacking the larger Xylarian ships from unexpected angles. The Xylarians were baffled. They had never faced an enemy that fought like this before. Human pilots performed incredible maneuvers, evading the Xylarian attacks while causing damage with precision strikes. The human ships were small and nimble, able to slip through gaps in the Xylarian defenses and target critical systems. The Xylarians tried to adapt, but their massive warships were not built for such swift and unpredictable attacks. One of the key moments of the battle came when a human commander, Captain Alina, ordered a daring assault on the Xylarian flagship. The flagship was the heart of the Xylarian fleet, and its destruction would be a severe blow to their forces. Captain Alina's ships flew directly into the heart of the enemy fleet, bypassing their defenses and attacking the flagship with precision. The Xylarian flagship, which had been thought nearly invincible, was suddenly under attack from all sides. The Xylarian crew was in a panic. They tried to defend against the human ships, but their efforts were in vain. The flagship's defenses were quickly overwhelmed, and it exploded in a massive fireball. The destruction of the flagship sent shockwaves through the Xylarian fleet. With their flagship gone and their forces in disarray, the Xylarian fleet began to retreat. The Drakkar, inspired by the bravery of the human mercenaries, rallied and launched a counterattack. Together with the humans, they pushed the Xylarians back. The battle that had seemed so one-sided at the start ended with a stunning victory for the Drakkar and their human allies. The news of the battle spread quickly across the galaxy. The humans had fought against one of the most powerful fleets in the galaxy and emerged victorious. It wasn't just their victory that surprised everyone. It was how they achieved it. The humans had used tactics that no one had seen before, exploiting weaknesses and striking when the enemy was least prepared. The Xylarians were left in disbelief. They had expected an easy win, but instead they had been outwitted and defeated by a small, unknown force. The Drakkar were saved, and the humans gained a reputation as formidable fighters. The galaxy began to take notice of the humans. They were no longer seen as a minor species. They were now recognized as a serious threat. The victory also sent a message to other species: underestimate humans at your own risk. The first battle with humans showed that they were not only capable of great things, but that they could change the outcome of a war with their ingenuity and skill. As the galaxy watched the aftermath of the battle, one thing was clear: the age of underestimating humans was over. The galaxy had to be ready for what might come next. The power of human weapons. As the years went by, one of the most startling discoveries about humans was the power of their weapons. While many alien species had their own advanced technologies and deadly armaments, humans developed weapons that were both innovative and terrifying. Their approach to warfare was different, and it made them a force to be reckoned with. The story of the power of human weapons began when a major galactic war erupted between the Creel Dominion and the Andar Coalition. The Creel, a race known for their advanced energy weapons and massive battleships, had been engaged in a long conflict with the Andar. The Creel had the upper hand, thanks to their superior technology and well-armed fleet. However, everything changed when human engineers and scientists began selling advanced weapons to the Andar. These were not just ordinary weapons. They were designed with a unique twist that made them incredibly effective. The human weapons combined powerful energy with innovative design, creating a new kind of weapon that no one had seen before. One of the most feared of these weapons was the Nova Cannon. This weapon could fire an energy beam so intense that it could cut through the toughest armor. The Nova Cannon was designed to deliver immense power in a focused blast, capable of destroying even the largest ships with a single shot. When the Creel first encountered these weapons, they were stunned. Their own defenses, which had previously been nearly impenetrable, were suddenly vulnerable. In a crucial battle, the Andar used Nova Cannons against the Creel fleet. The human weapons turned the tide of the battle. Creel ships that had once been seen as invincible were now falling apart. The energy beams cut through their armor like it was made of paper. The Creel fleet, which had been so confident, was thrown into chaos. Their advanced technology could not protect them from this new threat. Another powerful human invention was the gravity bomb. Unlike traditional bombs, which relied on explosive force, the gravity bomb manipulated gravitational fields to create massive pressure. When detonated, it generated a gravity wave that could crush ships and structures. The gravity bomb's impact was devastating, and it changed the way battles were fought. The Creel had never faced such a weapon before, and it left them scrambling for solutions. The Creel and other species began to understand that human weapons were not just powerful, they were also unpredictable. Humans had a knack for creating new weapons and tactics that other species could not anticipate. This unpredictability made humans especially dangerous in battle. The power of human weapons also had a psychological effect. When other species saw the destruction caused by these advanced armaments, they became afraid. The thought of facing human weapons in battle was enough to make many think twice about starting a conflict with them. The mere presence of human technology on the battlefield was often enough to cause hesitation among their enemies. As the reputation of human weapons spread, many alien species sought to obtain them. Some hoped to learn their secrets and develop similar technology, while others wanted to protect themselves from the threat. Human scientists and engineers, always eager to push the boundaries, continued to develop new and more advanced weapons. The galaxy soon realized that the humans were not only capable of creating powerful weapons, but were also willing to use them without hesitation. The Galactic Council, now fully aware of the potential destruction humans could unleash, became even more concerned. They knew that if humans were ever to use their weapons on a large scale, the consequences could be catastrophic. The council members started to discuss new ways to control and contain the human threat. Despite their growing fear, many species also respected the humans for their ingenuity and bravery. The humans had proven themselves to be not just a force of nature, but a catalyst for change in galactic warfare. Their weapons had shifted the balance of power and made the galaxy rethink its approach to conflict. In the end, the power of human weapons was a clear demonstration of why humans were so feared in the galaxy. They had taken the art of war to new heights and showed that they were not just another species, but a formidable and unpredictable force. The galaxy had to prepare for what might come next, because with human weapons, anything was possible. Fear spreads through the galaxy. As the reputation of human weapons spread, so did the fear they inspired. The galaxy was buzzing with news of the destructive power that humans had brought to the battlefield. From the smallest outpost to the grandest capital worlds, the fear of human technology and tactics was palpable. The Creel Dominion, once proud and confident in their advanced weaponry, found themselves on the defensive. Their fleets had suffered massive losses, and their once mighty warships were now vulnerable. The Creel leaders were alarmed. They knew that if they did not find a way to counter the human threat, their entire empire could be at risk. In the midst of this panic, news reached the Galactic Council. The Council had been trying to maintain peace among the various species, but the rise of human power was shaking the foundations of their authority. The council's chambers were filled with heated debates as members argued about how to deal with the growing threat of humans. Some suggested building stronger alliances, while others proposed forming a united front to prepare for any possible confrontation. Across the galaxy, many species were taking steps to protect themselves from the potential danger posed by humans. The Raxians, a race known for their impressive defenses, began upgrading their shields and armor to withstand human weapons. The Vortons, skilled engineers, worked tirelessly to develop countermeasures against human technology. The fear was so widespread that every species, regardless of their size or power, felt the need to act. The fear was not just about the weapons. Humans had proven themselves to be incredibly adaptable and resourceful in battle. Their ability to develop new strategies and technologies meant that they could easily overcome traditional defenses. The unpredictability of human tactics made it difficult for other species to plan and prepare. The fear of not knowing what humans might do next was almost as terrifying as the weapons themselves. The news of human successes and their formidable arsenal reached even the farthest corners of the galaxy. In remote outposts and quiet planets, whispers of human power spread like wildfire. Some species began to panic, fearing that they might be the next targets of human aggression. Others saw this as an opportunity to align themselves with the humans, hoping to gain favor and protection. Even those who had previously underestimated humans were starting to take them seriously. The Lorvans, known for their scholarly approach to galactic affairs, began studying human tactics and technology closely. They wanted to understand the secret behind human success and find ways to neutralize the threat. The Lorvans' research revealed that humans were not just fighting with advanced technology, but were also employing innovative tactics that made them difficult to predict. The fear of humans had reached a point where some species began to avoid conflict altogether. The fear of facing human weapons and tactics was so great that many chose to negotiate rather than fight. Diplomacy and alliances became more common as species sought to avoid drawing the ire of the humans. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council, sensing the growing unrest, called for an emergency meeting with human representatives. The council members wanted to understand the true nature of the human threat and find a way to address the situation before it escalated further. The meeting was tense, with council members voicing their concerns and humans explaining their intentions. The humans reassured the council that they did not seek galactic domination, but wanted to protect their interests and gain respect. Despite these reassurances, the fear remained. The stories of human victories and the power of their weapons had left an indelible mark on the galaxy. Every species now viewed humans with a mix of respect and trepidation. The galaxy had come to realize that humans were no longer just newcomers but a force that could not be ignored. The fear of humans spread like a shadow across the stars, affecting every corner of the galaxy. Species that once felt safe now looked over their shoulders, aware that the balance of power had shifted. The galaxy was changing, and humans were at the center of that change. The once small and insignificant race had become a major player in galactic affairs, and their presence was felt everywhere. As the fear spread, one thing became clear. The galaxy had entered a new era, one where humans were both a source of awe and a cause of anxiety. The future of galactic politics and warfare would be shaped by the presence of this powerful and unpredictable race. Part 7. The Last War Before the Ban. The galaxy was on edge as the threat of human power loomed ever larger. The Galactic Council, in a desperate bid to prevent a full-scale war, decided to impose a ban on human participation in galactic conflicts. But before this ban could take effect, there was one final, dramatic conflict that would prove to be the last war involving humans. This last war took place between two ancient rivals, the Zephyr Coalition and the Therax Hegemony. The Zephyr were known for their high-tech weaponry and expansive fleets, while the Therax were famed for their strategic brilliance and ability to control vast swaths of space. Both sides were engaged in a bitter struggle for dominance over a key strategic region, and neither was willing to back down. The Therax, fearing that their carefully planned strategies would be undermined by human interference, had decided to hire human mercenaries to tip the scales in their favor. They hoped that by using human ingenuity and weaponry, they could gain an edge over the technologically superior Zephyr. The humans accepted the contract, eager to demonstrate their capabilities once again. The war began with intense skirmishes. The Zephyr, confident in their technological supremacy, launched a series of aggressive offensives. Their fleets were large and well-armed, and they seemed poised to crush the Therax defenses. However, the Therax had a secret weapon, the human mercenaries, who were ready to employ their unique tactics and advanced weaponry. In one of the first major battles, the Zephyr fleets advanced with their characteristic confidence, believing they would easily break through the Therax lines. But the human mercenaries had other plans. They used their knowledge of Zephyr technology and tactics to their advantage. Human ships darted in and out of the battle, using their speed and agility to outmaneuver the larger Zephyr vessels. The key to the battle was a daring strategy by the human commander, General Marcus. He ordered a feigned retreat to lure the Zephyr into a trap. The Zephyr, eager to secure a decisive victory, pursued the retreating human ships, only to find themselves ambushed. The humans had laid a series of energy mines and set up hidden laser cannons, which unleashed a devastating counterattack. The Zephyr fleet was caught off guard. Their advanced shields were not designed to handle the sudden onslaught of human firepower. The mines detonated, creating chaos and confusion within the Zephyr ranks. The human ships, using their superior maneuverability, struck at critical points, causing further damage. The once unstoppable Zephyr fleet began to falter. The tide of the battle shifted dramatically. The Therax, supported by their human allies, seized the opportunity to launch a full-scale assault on the remaining Zephyr forces. The Zephyr, reeling from the unexpected turn of events, struggled to regroup. Their once proud fleets were now in disarray, and the Therax capitalized on their advantage. The battle continued for days, with the humans and Therax pushing their advantage. The Zephyr, despite their technological superiority, were unable to recover from the surprise tactics and overwhelming firepower of their opponents. One by one, their ships were destroyed or forced to retreat. The Zephyr's defeat was complete. The outcome of the war was a clear demonstration of the power and effectiveness of human tactics and technology. The Zephyr, who had once been seen as unbeatable, had been humbled by a combination of human ingenuity and strategic prowess. The victory was a significant boost for the Therax, but it also sent shockwaves throughout the galaxy. The Galactic Council, now fully aware of the impact of human involvement in galactic conflicts, acted swiftly. They imposed a strict ban on human participation in all future wars. The Council was determined to prevent any further disruptions caused by human power and technology. The decision was met with mixed reactions, but it was clear that the galaxy needed to find a way to maintain balance. As the dust settled from the last great war before the ban, the galaxy was left to ponder the consequences of the human presence. The impact of their weapons and tactics had been profound, and their role in galactic conflicts had changed the dynamics of power. The ban on human involvement was an attempt to restore order, but it was also a testament to the incredible influence humans had made in a short time. The galaxy had learned a valuable lesson. Underestimating humans could lead to dramatic and unexpected results. As the ban took effect, the galaxy faced a new era, one shaped by the legacy of human power and the quest for balance. Part 8. Humans are officially banned. After the dramatic events of the last war, the Galactic Council faced mounting pressure to address the growing fear of human power. The Council's chambers were filled with heated debates and urgent discussions. Many members believed that the only way to prevent further chaos was to impose a strict ban on human involvement in galactic conflicts. The decision to ban humans was not taken lightly. The Council members were aware of the potential consequences and the impact it would have on human relations with other species. However, the recent conflicts had shown that human technology and tactics were capable of disrupting the balance of power and causing unforeseen problems. The Council feared that if human involvement continued, it could lead to even greater instability and conflict. The ban was officially announced in a grand assembly, with representatives from every major species present. The atmosphere in the hall was tense as the council chairman addressed the gathering. He spoke with a serious tone, outlining the reasons for the ban and the measures that would be taken to enforce it. After careful consideration and extensive discussions, the chairman began. The Galactic Council has decided to implement a ban on human participation in all galactic conflicts. This decision is based on recent events that have demonstrated the extraordinary capabilities of human technology and tactics. To maintain peace and stability, we must take this step. The announcement was met with mixed reactions. Some species applauded the decision, believing it would help restore balance and prevent future disruptions. The Creel Dominion, still recovering from their defeat, welcomed the ban as a relief from the threat they had faced. The Vortons, who had been studying human technology, saw the ban as a way to protect their own advancements and avoid potential conflicts. On the other hand, there were species that viewed the ban with skepticism. The Andar Coalition, which had benefited from human support, was concerned about how the ban would affect their ongoing conflicts. They worried that losing human allies could weaken their position. The Thorax hegemony, while grateful for human assistance, was apprehensive about the potential consequences of the ban for their future security. For humans, the ban was a bitter pill to swallow. They had proven their capabilities and earned a reputation as formidable players in galactic affairs. The ban seemed like a setback, a way of shutting them out of the larger galactic stage. Many human leaders expressed their disappointment and frustration, feeling that they were being unfairly punished for their achievements. Despite the human protests, the ban was enforced with strict regulations. The Council established monitoring systems to ensure compliance and prevent any unauthorized human involvement in conflicts. Ships and personnel were closely monitored, and any attempts to bypass the ban were met with severe penalties. The Council's enforcement measures aimed to make sure that the ban was respected and upheld. In the weeks following the announcement, there was a noticeable shift in galactic dynamics. Without human involvement, some conflicts seemed to drag on or escalate. The absence of human innovation and tactics left a gap that other species struggled to fill. The Council's decision had unintended consequences, as the balance of power continued to shift and new challenges arose. Meanwhile, humans adjusted to their new role in the galaxy. They focused on strengthening their own defenses and pursuing advancements in technology that could help them adapt to the changing galactic landscape. The ban had pushed them into a period of reflection and re-evaluation of their place in the galaxy. The Galactic Council, while committed to maintaining peace, faced criticism for the decision. Some argued that the ban was a short-sighted solution that failed to address the underlying issues. They believed that the real problem was not the humans, but the way conflicts were managed and resolved. As the galaxy adjusted to the new reality, the impact of the human ban became evident. The ban had succeeded in removing humans from direct conflict, but had also highlighted the complex and interconnected nature of galactic politics. The galaxy was learning to navigate this new era, shaped by the legacy of human influence and the ongoing quest for stability. The decision to ban humans marked a significant moment in galactic history, one that would be remembered for its far-reaching effects. It was a testament to the power and influence that humans had achieved, even as they were pushed to the sidelines of galactic conflict. The galaxy continued to evolve, but the shadow of the human ban loomed large, a reminder of the extraordinary impact that humans had made on the stage of interstellar affairs. Here's Part 9. The Galaxy Lives in Fear written in third-person style with simple, basic English. Part 9. The Galaxy Lives in Fear. As the ban on human involvement took full effect, the galaxy fell into a new kind of unease. The Council's decision to exclude humans from conflicts had created a tense atmosphere. The once great power of human technology and tactics was now sidelined, but its shadow loomed over every corner of the galaxy. With humans out of the galactic wars, the balance of power shifted unpredictably. Many species felt a new kind of fear, one that came from the uncertainty of not knowing how conflicts would unfold without human influence. The void left by human absence was palpable, and the galaxy seemed to be on edge. The Creel Dominion, once relieved by the ban, now faced a different kind of pressure. Their recent defeat had left them vulnerable, and the absence of human intervention meant they could no longer rely on the same strategies they had used before. The Creel leaders were unsure how to navigate this new environment and worried about potential threats from other factions. The fear of being unprepared for any sudden changes or new challenges became a constant concern. The Andar coalition, which had relied on human support, felt the repercussions of the ban most acutely. The coalition's ongoing conflicts became more difficult to manage without human assistance. They struggled to adapt to the new dynamics and faced increased pressure from their enemies. The fear of losing ground in their conflicts, combined with the uncertainty of navigating without human allies, created a sense of instability. The Therax hegemony, despite their previous gratitude for human support, found themselves in a precarious position. They had to adjust their strategies and find new ways to defend their territories. The fear of potential invasions or disruptions from rival factions grew as they struggled to fill the gap left by human expertise. Across the galaxy, species began to reassess their security measures. Many invested heavily in new technologies and strategies, trying to prepare for any unforeseen threats. The fear of being caught off guard by a sudden attack or an unexpected development drove many to increase their defenses and alliances. In diplomatic circles, the ban created a new wave of political maneuvering. The Galactic Council, while trying to maintain order, faced criticism and pressure from various factions. Some argued that the ban had created an unstable environment, and that the Council needed to find new ways to manage galactic conflicts without relying on human exclusion. Despite these challenges, some species saw opportunities in the new order. The Lorvans, known for their intellectual pursuits, took the chance to study and understand the impact of the ban. They explored new ways to manage galactic affairs and sought to learn from the changes brought about by the exclusion of humans. The Lorvans' research aimed to provide insights into the evolving dynamics and offer solutions for the new challenges faced by the galaxy. Humanity, on its part, adjusted to the new reality with resilience. While officially banned from galactic conflicts, humans continued to develop and refine their technologies. They focused on their own growth and exploration, using their skills and knowledge to advance their own goals. Despite being sidelined from direct conflict, humans remained a powerful presence in the galaxy, and their influence continued to be felt. The fear that spread through the galaxy was not just about the absence of humans, but also about the unpredictability of the new era. The galaxy was navigating uncharted waters, and the lack of human involvement meant that no one knew what to expect next. The once clear boundaries of power and influence were now blurred, and every species had to adapt to a world where anything could happen. As the years went by, the memory of human power lingered in the minds of many. The fear of what humans could do, combined with the uncertainty of the new galactic order, kept species on high alert. The galaxy lived in a state of constant vigilance, aware that the balance of power could shift at any moment. In the end, the ban on human involvement had not resolved the underlying issues, but had instead created a new set of challenges and fears. The galaxy continued to evolve, shaped by the legacy of human influence and the ongoing quest for stability. The fear that once came from human power now came from the uncertainty of a galaxy learning to live without it. This part addresses the fear and adjustments across the galaxy following the human ban. Let me know if you need any changes or additional details.